We indie bubs have not troubled with the wars of Lords and Rings for a very long time. And now something's about to happen that has not happened for an age. Indie Bob's going back to play some Lord of the Rings games because it's Lord of the Rings 2. Wait, I may have gone a little too early. I may have jumped the gun. Give it one sec. Jeez. 1, 2, 3. Now, Lord of the Rings 2. Lord of the Rings 2, The Two Towers. For the PlayStation 2. Also on Xbox, original Xbox and GameCube. Also on, I don't think it's on PC, but it's on Game Boy Advance, and that's obviously different. My name's Indie Bob Bellypants. Welcome to Lord of the Rings 2, The Two Towers. One of my all-time favorite games of all time. Yes, redundancy department of redundancy, as usual. For those that don't know, so we're continuing from our straight after Battle for Bikini Bottom. Absolute fun time, and getting to meet Tom Kenny, by the way, was an absolute blast. In case you were wondering, between now, just a little update between now and then. Today is what is today? It's April 6th, 2026, 5:37 p.m. And this is fresh out, pretty much a couple weeks after the Battle for Bikini Bottom playthrough, as per backwards order of our HD revisits. We're now here with this one. Let me sync really quick. Down, up, down, up, down, up. So for those that don't know, this is Lord of the Rings 3 was originally supposed to be my third walkthrough on this channel. But at that time, my original copy that I had those two levels that didn't work, and so I went ahead and did this instead. I've obviously had a copy, like a new working copy of Lord of the Rings 3 since then, so I eventually got to do it. So it's pretty funny to think that in another timeline, I would actually be revisiting Lord of the Rings 3 right now instead of Lord of the Rings 2, which is funny to think about. But I do plan to revisit Lord of the Rings 3 at some point for a co-op playthrough, but don't ask me when that's going to be. I'd like to do it sooner rather than later, but you know, we'll see what the future holds. For right now, let's check the options, and you'll see a face that only a mother could love right here. All this is fine. We're gonna need subtitles absolutely on for sure. So normal. Easy, normal, and expert. We're gonna do normal because I actually did do a run of like long time ago on expert just to see what it was like, and I don't think I don't even remember if I actually even beat that run. It's one of the files I have here, but just want to make sure that actually is confirmed. It's confirmed. Cool. But yeah, it's one of those files, and I don't remember if I probably got far, but I don't remember if I actually beat it. I might have, but you know, it was deserving of its difficulty name. But enough delay. Let's go start a new game. Oh well, yeah, I know it tells us here anyway. But I thought I was gonna do like the thing where like the particle effects keep playing if I hold the button down, but it's not like Lord of the Rings 3. But in any case, let's go normal. Jump right into it. So much like how Lord of the Rings Return of the King, the game begins with the events of the end of Lord of the Rings 2, and then all of 3. Goes into all 3. This game pretty much begins pretty much kind of the same way with all of Lord of the Rings 1, then going into Lord of the Rings 2. This is largely because the Fellowship of the Ring game, the Fellowship of the Ring already had its own game coming out alongside the film when it came out. But rather than a direct tie-in, rather than a direct tie-in with the game with the film adaptation itself, it's more based on the events of the book, which is I'm just gonna talk over this because it's the intro of the movie. Plus, I don't want to get in trouble. But rather than a direct tie-in with the film itself, it's more based on the events of the book, which are different from the films, as I'm sure many of you know by now. It also is more of a fantasy adventure type game than a hack and slash like these two games are, Lord of the Rings 2 and 3, which makes more sense since the latter two are more action focused than Fellowship. I just had to, I'm sorry. Dude, it's so good.
It began with the forging of the great
rings. But yeah, I assume it was just like a rights thing. I assume it was like they just couldn't get the rights to the film adaptation at the time, so they couldn't really make a game out of the film specifically. But luckily, EA, the EA of old, mind you, not only had the film rights, but they also had the right idea to include Fellowship in there in this game. and give it the hack and slash treatment as well. So we basically have an entire Lord of the Rings movie game trilogy in a 2-game package, and pretty much all the same kind of style of game, which is very nice. So 3 films in 2 games. But they were all of them deceived.
For another ring was made.
But wait, there's Mordor.
The land of Mordor, in the fires of Mount
Yeah,
Doom.
3 games in a 2-game package. Not to be confused with a 2-part trilogy, which is something Lord of the Rings definitely is not. It's rather just a standard trilogy with installments that rely on each other to be more cohesive.
And his will to dominate all life.
And his piss.
One ring to rule them all.
Oh man.
One by one, the free lands of Middle Earth fell to the power of the ring. But there were some who resisted.
One does not simply walk into Mordor my ass.
Men and elves marched against the armies of Mordor.
So for all intents and purposes, this is basically the absolute beginning of the Lord of the Rings timeline, as it were. At least as far as the movies go. But like, if you're going to watch like the films in particular, or like read the books in particular, know that this is basically essentially the beginning. There's the Rings of Power prequel series, but you know, I don't really care for it. I know nothing about it either, so. I always found it funny how he just is screaming as the arrows just fly by. I'm like, dude, those are arrows flying by you. Oh man.
Kill them all!
Do we gotta kill all the, do we really have to kill everyone we see though?
But is it necessary to kill them in all honesty? Do we have to kill everybody we see?
Alright, here we go. Woo! Oh man! Now I don't gotta defend nothing. So you got the controls up at the top. I think we don't have an upgrade menu. Usually there is the show upgrades menu, but I'll just explain it really quick. It's X or C. It's basically the same controls as before, with a few slight differences. But for the White City, come on, can we get? I want to see if we can get perfect. So we have speed attacks for X. Boom! Speed attacks, X is speed attack, triangle is fierce attack, breaking shields, square to parry. Oop, not doing really too great right now though. Not that it matters because it's the first level. We actually are fully upgraded to Isildur right now. Oh, come on. There we go. It's just a level of just complete and utter ass kickery. Oh hell yeah. That was not too loud. Oh yeah, here are the shielded goons. Triangle, triangle, circle. Oh, there we go. Perfect mode. Yeah, boy. It's not gonna matter because we're max level. But damn, am I gonna enjoy it. Woo. Yeah, shield cleaver, triangle, triangle, circle, triangle. Honestly, the best move in the game. Mostly on account of the fact that there's no way to spam the moves. X, and triangle, triangle, triangle. Boom. There it goes. There we go. We also have a devastating attack. There we go. Sets them aflame. Oh, we don't have arrows. Not as Isildur, at least. Not during this. Oh, that dude burned to death. Hell yeah. So you may notice that the combos have like a very explosive flair to them. And that's how you can really jack up the skill rating meter to give you perfect mode faster. So getting perfect mode is pretty easy. But to compensate, or the drawback, I guess, is that the controls are a little less fluid compared to Lord of the Rings 3, which they obviously did get right. Ooh, got him just then. Oh man, there's gonna be meteors. The volcano's erupting. And unlike Lord of the Rings 3, the meteors actually can land and do damage. Nice. So yeah, this is probably these really explosive finishes on the combos really can jack up your skill rating, your skill meter, and get you to perfect mode faster. I'm not doing too hot on the actual draw here. But again, XP doesn't matter because it's the first level, the power fantasy level, you know, first level. There we go. They're everywhere. You really gotta be careful of these meteors, like in the later levels. I always call them meteors. They're fireballs, but like cannon fireballs usually. But like, I like to call them meteors because it's funnier. There are Bane moves that you can pull off, but they don't get you to perfect mode immediately. They only give you excellent kills. So from there, you kind of basically just gotta build up your stuff from there. So it's not we're not gonna be able to cheese perfect mode that easily. We get this. Oh, there we go. Didn't get perfect mode, but I got to kick that guy. But it's the end. Oh dear. Oh boy, here he is. Fuck back. I'll take him. Ooh. I'm dead. It's been real, y'all.
It was in this moment, when all hope had faded, that Isildur, son of the king, took up his father's sword.
I always thought that his entire body crumbled, but I didn't realize until I realized later on that that was actually just his hand. But it's about to crumble here anyway. What the fuck? Boo! Damn, earth-shattering kaboom. Middle-earth shattering kaboom, even.
Sauron, the enemy of the free peoples of Middle-earth, was defeated. Yay. The ring passed to Isildur, who had this one chance to destroy evil forever. But the hearts of men are easily corrupted.
Destroy it!
No. No. You fool! Isildur!
I am Isildur's heir, not Isildur himself. My fate is my own. The helm's deep. Rhaegar, go!
There's our boy. Aragorn, son of Arathorn, heir to the throne of Gondor. Don't you forget it. Oh boy. His fate is his own, and we're going to be playing as him very next level. But here's obviously our skill kill rating here. Oh, hell yeah, I was kind of hoping. So it's not like Lord of the Rings 3 where you have to get the most of a certain ranking. I think it's more of like a kind of averages out kind of thing. That being said, I'm very pleasantly surprised that we didn't get like good or even excellent, considering it's like that's like our third most best one. But yeah, these experience points don't really matter in terms of Isildur, because we're not going to be able to play as him pretty much ever again, at least in the main story, because he's actually, spoilers, he's an unlockable character. But we will play as him way later into the project. Other than that, works pretty much the same as Lord of the Rings 3 after it. But the only difference is that when you get a rating, you don't get like bonus XP out of it. So it is going to be a little difficult in that respect. And not to mention, other differences is that it's called, as you can see on the top right, it's called it says upgrade points instead of XP. But we're still going to call it XP because that's what it is. What else? Upgrade points are actually separate, like among different characters, not shared. So that's another thing that's going to make this game a little bit harder in terms of that, because we're going to be playing as different characters, and even though it's ideal to play as just one the whole way, but you know, I'm difficult like that. So do I want to save my game? Yes, I would actually. Just get the walkthrough file started going here. And last time I played this game was this long ago. I think this might have been the walkthrough file, actually, as far as I'm aware, because I think I did file 5. Yeah, these were like the most recent files, 2015. It's been 11 whole years since I last played this game. But in actuality, it was actually last Friday, I think, like last week, when I popped this game in to practice it, just to get a feel for it. I'm hoping I'm gonna do decently well. Just like, I only did like the first few levels just to kind of get an idea. Yes, I'm sure. Just kind of get an idea of how the game feels and how it plays, and hopefully it'll go over well here. But without further ado, let's move on to the second level. Press square to parry in order to block enemy attacks and deflect arrows. Now we're gonna jump straight into the rest of Fellowship, pretty much, as Aragorn, or Strider in this case. But it's gonna be told in like a flashback kind of sequence after he arrives at Helm's Deep here. Yeah, that scene was always so cool in the movie.
All Isengard is empty.
It's kind of how we got here, a little bit here.
Bred for one purpose, to destroy the world of men. The Dark Lord draws near.
Shit. Oh dear.
Ringwraiths! Get back!
These motherfuckers scared the shit out of me as a kid, dude. I'm hoping it's not gonna be too dark.
Back, foul thing!
It might be actually be. I'll turn it up in I'll turn up the brightness later. But right now, up to this level, we just gotta smack the shit out of these Nazgul, these Ringwraiths. Try to get perfect mode. Hit it with the torch as often as you can. Just hit the fire. There we go. Get the other ones. Consistent hits will keep. Oh man, if you get hit or if you don't hit them consistently enough, the torch will go out. You can parry his attacks, but try to build up to perfect if you can. There we go, level up. Nice. There's only 5 of these guys to take out.
Keep away from them!
Help! They're everywhere!
In what universe did you think that was a good idea, dude? Oh god. What are we gonna do with you, Frodo? Yeah, no use in using the speed attack. You can parry, but triangle attack fierce attack will burn these guys real good. Oh, come on, I almost got perfect there. Damn. Oh, shit. Here we go. Frodo's life is about to get ruined here. Ugh. Damn. Alright, now we really... But now he's actually taking damage here, so... If they reach him, it's over. We can just hit most of them. Come on. There we go. Finish him. Do more damage. Oh, wait. Do more damage this way. Come on. At least end the level this way. There we go. Got one. Yes. Oh, hell yeah. Easy. Very quick level. Only 5 guys to kill. Over half of the 9 ring rates to destroy here. Yeah. He's dying, man. Damn.
Let him be spared. Save him.
In the sanctuary of Rivendell, the smallest of us showed the greatest courage.
Everyone's all good. This little ass dude.
And a fellowship was forged.
Yeah.
I will take the ring to Mordor. I do not know the way.
I will help you bear this burden, Frodo Baggins. As long as it is yours to bear.
Carry the face of us all, little one.
If by my life or death I can protect you, I will.
You have my sword.
And you have my bow.
And my axe.
Yeah. Give me with that PS2 graphics beard. I'll always love that beard, man. I don't care how. At the time, these graphics were pretty decent. I know there are better ones out there, but man, I enjoy it. Ah, excellent. I was kind of hoping against hope. I know, but okay. So fun fact, and I realized this during practice. So normally, the better kills you get, the more XP you get. In this level, at least in this level in particular, I'm not sure if it's the same throughout, and if it is, I'm gonna be kind of disappointed. But I'm sure someone can tell me in the comments. But turns out, at least in this level, because there's only 5 kills to get, it's fixed in how much XP you get. So it doesn't really actually matter how you destroy what kill rating you get with the Nazgul here. It's 5,000 it's a fixed 5,000 every single time. I replayed the level over and over just to get all 5 kills perfectly, and got 5,000 every single time. So for those wondering, I didn't actually get the full perfect, sadly. Like all 5. You don't have to get perfect rating, but I tried and I didn't do it. But the point is, we leveled up, but only level 2. So we're gonna be pretty strapped for pretty tight for XP and upgrades. But in any case, let's see what we can get. I already have an idea of what I'm gonna get, for sure. All right. So how it works in this game? So we have every 2 levels, every odd, even-numbered levels will grant us a new list of upgrades to get. I'm going to be right back. I'm just going to close the window because I know it's probably making noise. Just a little bit. Alright. So, these are, of course, our standard attacks. XXX, triangle, triangle. Speed attack, fierce attack, the killing move, otherwise known as the Shadow Strike. Combat kick, sword parry, Dunedain bow, tells you right there. Just fire with X, L1, hold L1 and fire with X. We didn't have to use it at all during these first 2 levels. They're basically just the tutorial levels, and they're pretty unique because they play. At least the second one plays differently from the rest, like different mechanic that you never really get to use. I would totally spam the animation for this, but we had to purchase it in order to do that. But this rising attack will be very useful. Unfortunately, it's going to be all of our fucking XP. In fact, we can really. So, like I said before, you can only really. Like, all the XP isn't shared amongst characters. It's each character has their own XP. So this is all of Aragorn's XP that we're gonna have to work with. But the problem is, I'm not sure which one I want to go for. The best we can do is, the best we can do is like one of these 2 upgrades, plus the rush attack or the Ranger Fury. We cannot do Strength of the Stewards. That will permanently increase our health. So we got the rush attack, charge forward, the rush attack. As I joked about in the original. Charge forward and drive unshielded enemies to the ground. This may seem kind of useless considering the War Rush is right here, and not to mention the Death Charge, the Balrog's Gambit equivalent, is right here as well. But these actually upgrade the range of how far you can rush to. So it can be pretty useful in a fight if you need to just zoom across from one enemy to another. But I'm thinking, I'm also basing this off the previous playthrough and practice. I can wait till Range of Fury. We don't desperately need Range of Fury just yet, but we are probably gonna need it. Do they have a? They don't have a Range of Fury for this one, but they have the Rohan bow on the next upgrade. That may or may not be useful, but that depends on how often we're gonna be playing as Aragorn. We will play as Aragorn the most often, but he won't be the character for the playthrough. We're gonna be using the other characters fairly consistently. That is pretty dark. I'm gonna see if I can. I'll see how it is in editing, but we'll worry about this the way it looks in post. Very effective combo for taking out unshielded foes. So yeah, you also probably noticed all the names are different. This is Orcure. This is Final Judgment. Rising Attack is still far too expensive for me to afford right now, as useful as it would be. The combos will matter in terms of getting experience points. Or, well, yeah, experience points, but also perfect mode in order to get the experience points. I'm thinking we'll do Swift Terror. And then, I mean, all we can do is Rush Attack or Range of Fury. I mean, I can worry about Range of Fury anytime. I feel like maybe I should just save up. Because, like, what if I don't get enough XP for anything else that I might want or need? I know I'm eventually going to get Range of Fury, so I guess I may as well just do it. Do I? Shit, man. Because all I can do is this or this. I don't need the Rush Attack that badly. Especially since I'm not even using War Rush, and I don't want to have to use this and expect to press R2 or triangle and not have the combo that I expect to kick in, you know? Like, not expect it to kick in. Because I want to be able to do the stab or the triangle attack. Yeah, fuck it, we'll just do that. Because it's cheap, and I am gonna need to use it anyway later on. With that, we'll save, and we'll move on to the level select screen. Now that we actually have a character to upgrade and unlock and all that stuff. Damn, 2026, crazy. Weathertop, here we go, boys and girls, children of all ages. We are two towering, man. Let's do this.